You were pursuing CA, right? And I also know that you had cleared the intermediate level over
Yeah.
there, right? How did you end up at an SEO agency?
I wanted to learn marketing, but I also want to understand the business side of it. My favorite mentor at my college, she said, "तू marketing में बहुत अच्छी रहेगी."
But we were still a new institute. You would have had apprehensions, right?
Obviously, I was also a bit skeptical, like any child would be. So I started talking to the alums, which was from the last batch. I at least talked to 15, 16 of them. And everyone had like a similar opinion that it will make you altogether a different person. You will grow very differently. And I'm just glad that I came because the growth has been insane. It has been absolutely insane.
Any one piece of work that you really feel the most proud of?
I remember this term project, which was home decor platform. And I remember talking about this in my interview. And he was like, "You did all that for just one project? This is like a years of work which you have just done in like 1 to 2 months."
Any one memorable experience, where you were working with your friends?
I won one competition at IIM Shillong. We worked for 2 days straight though, but that's a normal day at Altera, so yeah. Took a toll, but ultimately when you see that certificate on your hand, and in fact the money is just a part of it. So yeah.
If you had to describe your journey in just one word, what would that be?
Growth.
Wow, that's great.
Growth.
Hello everyone. In this next part of the student interaction series, I have with me Shubhi Jain from the class of 2025 at the Altera Institute. A Delhi girl who comes from a business family, first wanted to pursue CA, then did an internship in SEO at a startup. We'll talk more about this non-linear journey, but first I would want Shubhi only to introduce yourselves to the audience.
Definitely, sir. So, as you already know, my name is Shubhi. I pursued BCom from Delhi University, and pursuing CA alongside was an obvious choice. I had always very keen interest in business, but this interest soon changed into marketing by pursuing multiple internships in the marketing in graduation itself. And I ended up in a SEO agency called DGSI, and this made my interest grew even more in digital marketing. So I was exploring some courses and I ended up at Altera, just finding my best course.
Perfect. Shubhi, as we now trace back your journey, right? You were pursuing CA, right? And I also know that you had cleared the intermediate level over there, right? How did all of a sudden you decide to intern, at an SEO agency, let's say, right? Because mostly CA candidates, try to get an articleship at any of the big 4 firms or any other place. How did you end up at an SEO agency?
So it was just that I had cleared all my exams because people just presumed that she must have failed an exam, but I cleared the inter level. At that time, I was also doing multiple internships in the marketing, and as well, I also had the different PORs in the college, which were again related to the marketing roles itself, like social media, etc. And the interest grew more and more. And in fact, my favorite mentor at my college, she just said, "तू marketing में बहुत अच्छी रहेगी," and that was like one of the major change there. Then I was looking for multiple internships, and I came up with this SEO agency and did 6 months. I was even offered a role for that, but I had already chosen to come at Altera, and that's why I pursued this course.
Perfect. Now, while I can understand that, coming over here, pursuing a postgraduate program in applied marketing made sense because you were already having some sort of an experience in marketing and you wanted to, build your career in it. But we were still a new institute, which we still are, by the way. But for you to join a 2-year-old B school, let's say back then, right, you would have had apprehensions, right? So walk me through your, mental phase at that time, right? What was your decision-making process like? How did you clear your doubts, your queries? And how did you finally decide that, this was the place where you wanted to pursue your dream of building a career in marketing?
Yeah. So my journey started with talking with you. I remember that. I had my first conversation with you about Altera. Then after that, obviously, I was also a bit skeptical, like any child would be. So I started talking to the alums, which was from the last batch. I at least talked to 15, 16 of them. Wow. And everyone had like a similar opinion that it will make you altogether a different person. You will grow very differently. And I was like, what? And then I was still not convinced. So I came here. And you might not know that, but I came here at Flexo. I met them and I talked to them. In fact, my brother is also in marketing field, so he also talked to his friends, etc. And ultimately, we made this choice, know that the institution is really good and I want to come here. And I'm just glad that I came because the growth has been insane and it has been absolutely insane.
And as you reflect back, what have your main learnings been? What has your experience been like? If you could just, describe your highs and lows and, your overall experience over here.
So the major thing which I wanted to have was that I wanted to learn marketing, but I also want to understand the business side of it. Like coming from the finance field myself, I didn't wanted to lose that touch,
Sure.
And here it has been a mix of both. And I feel you need to be market ready, and for that you need to have the business knowledge as well as the marketing knowledge, both of them. And it has been great choice in that sense as well, because it has been a combination of both. Like here we are also taught commercial acumen along with the digital marketing course or the growth marketing course. So we have learned that pirate funnel as well as the PNL. So combining them has been a great for me as well, because it helped my earlier learnings to imply here. Even the SEO side of it, I have applied that as well and learned it even in more depth. And talking about other ad assets or the basic performance marketing, or even the major branding, marketing, brand building, everything we have learned, and it is from scratch. So it was like, even though I had this SEO experience, but I've learned everything from scratch, which I didn't have the knowledge. And now those concepts are even more stronger.
I understand. And any particular subjects that were your personal favorite, right? It could be a subject, it could be a sprint, it could also be just one session. But overall, what I want to understand is any learning experience that you thought was an absolute delight for you.
So I think there would be two major subjects. So one is brand building, but just because of the mentor, because Swapnil sir is just a great mentor, and learning his stories and the year of experience he has is just, oh my God. And the second is the growth marketing. In fact, I think that would be the one strong vertical, as Karan sir say, that make that one strong vertical. So I think that would be growth marketing. So yeah, growth marketing has been one of the next subject.
I understand. And at least from a curriculum design point of view, we try to give as many application avenues or opportunities to the students over here to ensure that whatever they are learning in these courses, they're also able to apply, right? So I know that you have a lot of term projects, live projects, even anything like a retail visit, let's say, right? So any one experience or any one piece of work that you really feel the most proud of, and you thought that was the most transformational learning experience for you?
I think it has been multiple projects for that matter, because I remember this term project, which was home decor platform, where you can find home decor items for your home. And I remember talking about this in my interview, and he was like, you did all that for just one project? And like everything from like making a targeting audience to creating a positioning for that, and ultimately having that GTM strategy for your brand. We did it all. So he was impressed that this is like a years of work which you have just done in like 1 to 2 months. So that one project I think is one of the greatest project, and alongside the live project as well. So I particularly did my live projects with Sebamed and Belgian waffles.
I think you were one of the few people who also had two live projects.
So, and both of the POCs were very impressed by us. In fact, during the end days, she was that I would actually use this work in my day-to-day work. So
which is the biggest validation that you can get for your
work. We did a whole consumer research and made these Excel sheets, large Excel sheets. So in the last meeting, I remember she asked us to send us that, and she told us that she's using that. So yeah, great work.
Perfect. Would you also like to describe the live project that you had with Sebamed? What exactly did you do over there?
Yeah, sure. So with Sebamed, they are already using multiple marketing channels, and they wanted to use WhatsApp as a marketing channel as well. So for that, we had to come up with a whole new strategy that how can they utilize that and ultimately increase the retention for their consumers, because WhatsApp as a marketing channel is great for increasing retention. So they want us to like build a strategy around that, and it has multiple ways of doing that. So just how to do that. So we made the complete strategy along with the Figma, what messages would go where and when, everything.
But outside of your live projects, your term projects, your assignments and everything, any one memorable experience, where you were working with your friends, essentially your batchmates over here, any brainstorming session, anything where you thought that, that this peer group in itself, I mean, just having this experience of working with this peer group is in itself a learning opportunity. Any anecdote that you can recall?
So I think it would be competitions then. So I won one competition at IIM Shillong, and we came first. So it was a nice experience. We worked for 2 days straight though, but that's a new normal day at Altera. So but it was a case study competition, and we had to analyze multiple businesses and ultimately come up with one business case study which could be utilized by students. So making all the data for that and finding the data, because finding data is not that easy, it gets onto you. So yeah, it took a toll, but ultimately when you see that certificate on your hand, and in fact the money, it's just a part of it. So yeah. That is one of the greatest achievement. And another achievement I want to talk about is the Beats competition. So Beats by Budweiser is a competition which was came up with our Swapnil sir, and he told us that we need to solve the Beats by Budweiser's positioning, like how can you improve that and ultimately create a GTM strategy for them. So it also took a lot of efforts. We were 4 people team from here at Altera itself, and we were brainstorming day and night out, and ultimately we came second in that competition. And yeah, really, I actually believe that is one of my greatest piece of work here.
Wow.
So yeah.
Perfect. If you had to describe your journey in just one word, and it has to be one word, what would that be?
Growth.
Wow, that's great.
Growth.
Yeah, that really sums it up,
Yeah. Altogether a different person.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Shubhi. I think this was one of the most valuable conversations that I've had. I had
No
a great
problem.
chat with you.
Thank you, sir.